illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah.
أَفَبِهَذَا الْحَدِيثِ أَنْتُمْ مُدْهِنُونَ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, mudhin, dahan means to take something trivial, to take something as a joke, to take something, you know what, that's just a passing comment, you know what, I've heard it before. So when somebody tells you to do something, you say, no, I've heard that before, change the track. Allah says, أَفَبِهَذَا الْحَدِيثِ أَنْتُمْ مُدْهِنُونَ. Allah said, do you take my book to be something trivial? Do you take it to be something insignificant? Allah says, if it's so, وَتَجْعَلُونَ رِزْقَكُمْ أَنَّكُمْ تُكَذِّبُونَ. And have you already taken up your position that you're going to reject my message? If that's your attitude, if that's how you want to play and that's what you're going to do, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, fine. فَلَوْلَا إِذَا بَلَغَتِ الْحُلْقُومِ. Allah says that when your soul reaches, hulqum is your throat and the collarbone. You know when this person's throat is being extracted, it starts, the sensation he starts losing from his feet first. And as the soul is being extracted, the soul is finally extracted from his mouth. Here, this end stage. And each time as his body is being extracted, blood circulation stops, he becomes more colder, and his soul is leaving. Allah says, when your soul reaches this collarbone, this area, and is about to be taken out, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَأَنْتُمْ حِينَئِذٍ تَنْظُرُونَ. And everyone around you is now looking at you. You got doctors around you, you got nurses around you, your wife's crying for you, your children are crying for you. And they're trying to say, how can we help this person? وَنَحْنُ أَقْرَبُ إِلَيْهِ مِنْكُمْ وَلَكِنْ لَا تُبَصِّرُونَ. In fact, we are even closer to you. We are closer to you. We are closer to you, but you don't even realize. Allah says, min hablil warid, I'm more closer to you than your jugular vein. In terms of my knowledge, in terms of my presence, in terms of how conscious you should be of me. And the fact that you don't, and the fact that you're oblivious, heedless, obnoxious, Allah says you're going to pay the price for this. Allah says, فَلَوْلَا إِن كُنْتُمْ غَيْرَ مَدِينِينَ. Allah says that if you think that you won't be resurrected, غَيْرَ مَدِينِينَ, if you think you're going to be exempt from resurrection, تَرْجِعُونَهَا إِن كُنْتُمْ صَادِقِينَ. Allah says, you know what, why don't you, once this person's soul is being extracted, why don't you restore and put his soul back in if you think you're so powerful? If you're going to reject what I can do, then you know what, you try putting his soul back in if you're so powerful. But in fact, you're just looking on, you can't do anything. And I'm watching that you can't do anything. And you can see your soul being extracted. And as a person's soul is being extracted, he's in the state of barzakh, interspace. He's in this dunya and he's leaving the akhirah. If he's a wretched soul, each part is going to be beaten as his soul is being extracted. The angel will come and tell him, you know what, you just found this place in hell, and this is waiting for you, and this is waiting for you. And whilst if you're a believer, an angel will come in the most peaceful, loving manner. And you know, sometimes, you know, when you have a child and you take him for an injection, you know, sometimes you turn the face away. You know, you'll distract him with a lollipop, and you know what, and quickly you'll get the injection done and you'll get a sticker at the end. The angel will come in this kind of manner. You know, an angel will come to you and say, you know what, you got this palace in Jannah. You got this waiting. You know what, you're going to meet Allah. Your times, you've done, this is success. And he'll have an indication towards what's going to happen at the day of judgment. He has his good news. And as he's being distracted about what he's got in store for him, his soul is being extracted. And then he goes and finally departs. As his soul is extracted, the angels rush with one another to present his soul to the seven heavens, to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. His soul comes down in prostration and bows down to Allah and is taken to his grave and is told to rest. And his grave is expanded and he can see possibly what he has in Jannah. A wretched soul, the angel will actually throw his soul and say, I don't want, his soul will actually have a stench. And this now he's reaching a whole different realm. It's a whole different world now. And the angel will say, you know, I don't want to take, and then finally his soul will reach the seven heavens and Allah will say, you know what, reject and send the soul back to where it came from. I don't even want to even, the soul doesn't even deserve to bow down to me. His soul will come back to the qabr, and in the grave will be the first time, now he'll be start experiencing punishment of the grave, and that's where it all starts. If he's missed his salah, if a person was not careful in regards to his purification, when he would go to the toilet in terms of physical purity, if he, whatever sin he committed, he will start suffering the punishment. It starts from the grave. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah.